Now we're going to cover the installation of the Alert Logic Extended Endpoint Protection solution. Before we get started, let's take a look at some of the requirements. Alert Logic supports Windows 7, 8 and 10, as well as the latest versions of Mac OS. On the Windows Server side, we support 2008, 2012 and 2016. There are some outbound requirements in terms of security groups and firewalls as well. Please ensure that anywhere you install an endpoint, you're able to make these following outbound connections. Now let's go back to the Alert Logic UI. To get started, go to the menu button, click on Configure, and then click on Endpoints. Here on the summary page, you get a high-level overview. This will let you see recent events as well as access to the Endpoints menu so that we can add more. Here you can see there's already one endpoint installed. Let's add another. Click the Add Endpoints button and then download the installer that you need. I actually have a Windows VM already set up here, and I pulled the correct installer onto it. Let's go ahead and install. Now that the endpoint has been installed, it's in monitor mode. This means that it won't actively block anything, but it is paying attention and will log anything that seems suspicious. Let's go ahead and execute this bad file, and let's see what happened in the UI. You click back into Summary, and we can see here, now that our bad file was actually executed, here it is right here in red. So say for instance with this bad file.exe, if this was actually a false positive and you want to make sure that the other people in the organization are able to run this, you may want to overwrite it. To do this, you could click the override button, enter in a reason, and then click override. We'll go ahead and put the endpoint into protect mode. Go to Endpoints, select the endpoint in question, go to Protection and turn it on. Now that it's active, let's go back to the VM and see if we can run that file. You can see here that now that Protect mode is enabled, we're actually unable to run this file. Here you can add in some comments and then submit and close. Let's go check it out in the UI again, and we'll go back to Summary. We can see now here that we're in protected mode, and this is actually blocked. If you want more information, you can click in and see the hash output as well as the event path visualization. This concludes the walkthrough of the Alert Logic Endpoint Protection solution.